Their first Jaguar March, Denbridge Way by Swearingen, and Invicta by Swearingen.
Okay, we're ready to go now. Nice opening tempo. Nice sound. I think basically what I'd like to hear is a little bit more separation for this style of music. But you have a real good sound there. Oh, nice treatment of percussion on the repeat. Good. Yeah, that's a good sound. Nice clarinets. Maybe just a little bit louder. I'd like to hear that. With a little bit less percussion. It says double piano. Whoop, 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 whoop. Somebody missed a note here. I think it was on 27. Good ending. Hold out your half notes all the way in 8. And in 12. And the second quarter note in 16. Okay, you could have come up much more in the crescendo and the coda. You got a real nice sound. But your dynamic level and your dynamic contrast is not doing too much. Try to keep moving that up. Coming out in that coda. Bum, 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 bum. I'd like to get a little bit more spirit in there. A little bit more separation would have right up. Good. Watch, listen for dynamics now. Okay. To the required number now. Okay. Nice opening. As you can hear, the cymbals is overshadowing the rest of the band. Be careful. Okay, that's good interaction between the band and the percussion section. We need a little bit more low brass sound that is going along with the timpanis. Careful, watch that on the retard there. That's pretty good. Pretty good together. Careful horns. Try to stay in tune, and saxes. Okay, nice retard there. I feel you could give me a little bit more punch in there. You're still not coming up to a double forte sound. A little bit more tongue in there, cornets, for that legato sound on that solo. Okay, we could use a little bit more baritone to help color the sound here with the sax sound. Tuba can come out more. Think of these sections like a chorale and just very fluid and very schmaltzando. Careful bells. A little bit too loud for the rest of the band. Always play to the room. This room is probably different than your band room. Nice horn sax coming up in 84. Up, 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 up. You should have held on to that half note here at 85 and 87. Again, horn and sax have a little intonation problem. This is very common with your age group. Nice solo in the sax, good. Clarinet, flute, and so forth. Try to get down. Oh, come in together on that second fermata, the 101. Oh, don't slop through it, trombones. Articulate a little better. Here we go again. Second time's a little better. The staccato down on beat 2 is where you're having trouble. Bring it up, bring it up. Good, good. The ensemble sound together is good. A little bit more separation on the quarter note on 4 between the next measure and 119. And again here, the accent marks in 24 would indicate a little bit more separation on the quarter note. Bells are having a little trouble to keep up. Careful when you're playing fast. You're losing some of your articulation and your fluency. Good togetherness here. Oh, careful clarinets. You come up a little bit more on that in 150. Okay, chimes can come out a little bit more. Again, our over-rambunctious cymbal player is too loud for the rest of the band. Okay, now the triple forte at the end didn't come out good, and the forte piano on 116 or 162 could come out much more. Hit it a little harder and get down, way down, like think of yourself in the Empire State Building or something, and all of a sudden that elevator takes off and you're heading down, and all of a sudden you're going way down real fast, like your stomach dropping. Good. I like your togetherness on the articulation. This is a little tricky piece here on that 1 and 1 or 3, 4, and so forth. Really comes out nice. Good overall sound. I did not like the way you were cutting off some of your notes on like 2-measure phrases and so forth. Some of your half notes. Oh. band at this point. With even more punch there. Good cornets. The entrance in the baritone, trombone, and tenor sax has to be more. In 4 there and 100. Good balance throughout here now. It's coming out good. Good pulse, strummers. Keep it, timpani. Good. I see on that rhythm, 1 and, the syncopated rhythm, the 8th note has to be a little bit shorter. If you listen to the tape, you're not making any kind of separation there at all. Here we go again, clarinets. Yeah, you've got the good tone quality down there. That's just playing right out. Very nice. That section really sings nice. Flutes, you have good control up on top. That's good. Careful again, cymbals, don't cover everybody up. You only got 1 forte. Nice. Good. Very nice. Well, careful. I think someone hit a wrong note there in 177. Keep getting louder. Follow that crescendo. Yeah, you could have come up much more in that crescendo. See, you didn't even get down to the piano in 78. You had no place to go. That has to come out much more, cornets, saxes. You got to give it your all here. Should be double forte. See, you're not where you should be. Oh, what happened there? Forzando piano. Your director gave it to you, but you didn't follow him. Hey, that's easy to do. I know. My kids do that quite a bit. When you get down there, you got that cambrio section at the end there. The last 4 measures. You got to get right down there, hit that whole note, get right off it. Hit it as hard as you can. Well, as hard as you can without going out of tune, let's put it that way. And then come right up. Everybody, including the percussion. Okay. Your performance was very nice. I enjoyed it. I felt that some of your problems were in your dynamic level, where we needed to hear a little bit more cornet sound. Your level of getting down to a piano did not come off like it should have come off. Getting to a forte sound did not come up. You did hit the forte a few times. The double forte was far and in between. But overall, the balance and blend and everything was very, very, very nice. Intonation, we had a few problems, horns getting up there on the top, and that's normal for your age group. Just keep working on it. You got a darn good start. With 2 trombones and a baritone, a bari sax, and a tuba, all of you have to really put out all the way. If one of you fudges a little bit, then it's really going to suffer on the whole ensemble. And I think that's what happened as far as some of the low brass sound, especially in the tuba. But basically, it was there. It was there for the trombones and baritone and so forth. Baritone and horn and saxes together blended very nicely. Your style, the march style, I felt was not achieved this morning. I felt you could have had that a little bit more. I think some of the sound problems you were having may be overwhelmed by the size of this auditorium, although this is a very nice place to play in. And of course, the cymbal player, as I mentioned a couple of times, young man, you were playing like for a 100-piece group, and I don't know how many you have in there, but it looked like maybe 40 or 50 at the most, and so the sound and the rest of the band didn't match the cymbal forte or double forte or your vivaciousness. And of course, there's nothing wrong with being vivacious. You just have to make sure that you are along with the rest of the group, and that's where your problems came in. And as you listen to the tape, it's kind of distracting to hear that all of a sudden double the triple forte sound on the cymbals when the rest of the band is at a mezzo forte or something like that. And I think that was your basic problem, that you didn't get up there. Now, as you got to the last song, I think you got into that much better as far as paying particular attention to your volumes and that. I really like the clarinet sound and the low register. Well, of course, the clarinets really speak nicely down there. You have few intonation problems, and as long as everybody's pressing down the right buttons, you can't miss on that. And it shows that you've worked hard on it and practiced on it, and that's good. Some of your syncopated rhythms were a little bit off in the center one in your required number. Some of those you would take the first one and make it longer. Let's see, let me pick an example here. All right, let's take it at 120, you guys, in the woodwinds and brass, where it goes da, 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 da. If you hold on to the tied note between the upbeat of the upbeat of 2 and 3, you're actually playing that a little bit too long. In my direction, I would put a dot over that so it comes up bum, 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 bum. Now, maybe that's not rhythmically exactly the way the guy wanted it, but what that produces in a concert hall or something like is a clean ensemble sound, and that's what you want to strive for. That everybody does it together. If you have everybody trying to hold that out da 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 da, then you don't get the cleanliness, and it's very difficult to determine where you're ending the note and where you're starting the note and so forth. And that's something you learn, I'm sure, as you get on and get into high school band. And those are very picky things, I know, but it's something that's very necessary in order to really keep the ensemble together and keep the ensemble really tight and precision correct. Overall, you've got some very good training. Your sound quality is very good for your age group. Just about everybody saxes. That one reed problem in the saxes, I would check that out. Try experimenting with different reeds and see if you can get a better sound. Everybody's plagued with that plays sax. You get a little overblowing in the saxes and you get a very reedy quality, and that doesn't blend in with the rest of the group. Percussion section, it might be better off, I don't know, if you were directly behind the band, but then again with those acoustical backboards, so to speak, here, it might have thrown it out even more. Some very fine playing throughout. Good individuals. I've enjoyed your performance this morning. Keep striving on the little things, the techniques, the styles, the intonation, like I said, was good. Good luck to you, and I enjoyed hearing you. I hope I get a chance to hear you again sometime.